pronouncing names wrong. It's my first time here. So Dake with 44 points in the Ferrari, and then it's Thomas in the Kick Sauber. Yep, Thomas in the Kick Sauber. He is in fifth with 42.5 points. Home Hug. Then in the Red Bull, 41.5 points. He is here. So that is our top 6 as it stands. We've got Kevin O'Reilly, Palang, Lewis, Finley rounding off the top 10. So I believe we will be shortly getting going. Lobby kickoff in literally just a minute. Just waiting for admin to point out. I'm really looking for it. So I have got comments up on my phone and I will respond to them intermittently. Obviously, a lot easier during qualifying than the race. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to commentating on this. I'm hoping we don't hit the max 5 safety cars, but anything is possible here, especially in the Principality. You're going to hear me using that word a lot. I prefer it to Monaco. But yeah, it's a great race, and I'm really happy to be here to be able to cover it for you guys. So let's see how it goes. And should see some good action. So as with Monaco, let's run through it a little bit. 1 DRS straight, and not long. You really have got to get a good run out of the last turn for it to really be of effect. But great for the undercut potentially. Strategy is going to play a big part here. Obviously, with it being a mandatory 2-stop, it could easily be done on 1. But with the mandatory 2, when drivers, what are they going to start on? Key here is to finding clear space to get out after your pit stop. And taking it from there, obviously keeping errors to a minimum because Monaco's barriers are not forgiving. And with damage on standard, this could definitely see quite a few DNFs. One of the few tracks you don't have to really manage ERS at because you really can't use all that much. You've really got to have, as James Hunt used to put, big balls to really go for it here at Monaco. And obviously we are in tier 1, which is the premium tier here in the assist division of APPF1. So sorry, APPF1, my apologies. And so who knows, but it is one of those tracks I find you're going to lose more time if you push it, because eventually you will end up in a barrier and then needing a new front wing. So we see the drivers are now starting to ready up, which means we will be going to qualifying 18 minutes, like stated. If anyone in the lobby is able to share with me and is watching the stream what it's looking like for the race, that would be amazing. As a commentator, unfortunately, I don't get that information, so would be good. Perfect. Thank you so much, Thomas. Much appreciated. So drivers will just now be selecting their tyre compounds for the weekend. Hugo, perfect. Thank you so much, Hugo. I will do my best to remember that. It's much appreciated. In-game name can be quite hard. Yeah. Hugo's definitely a lot easier. I will do my best to remember that, especially in the heat of the moment, if you're in a good battle. So yeah, drivers will just be now selecting their tyre strat if they're going to go softer, balanced, or harder. I personally feel like medium balanced here is good, but harder can maybe, allow more options for strategy because the harder tyres will go more to effect. But mediums around here in quali are not a bad option because there isn't much delta loss. Perfect. Thank you so much, Thomas. So it looks like we're going to have a dry race and quali. Awesome. Let's now get some graphics up. And just waiting for the first drivers to come out. Now, if it is a dry quali, I imagine the lead drivers will want to get out early and have clear space for their lap. As we can see, I think it's an Aston Martin and a Kick Sauber coming out. So I'm imagining that could be Thomas. Nope. Or Koru. Is it Koru? Koru and Johnny Carr. But more and more drivers coming out, it looks like. Yep, drivers keen to get in a lap going. Now, obviously, with Monaco being so low fuel, it's a case of will these drivers choose to do one warm-up lap or two warm-up laps? You want to get, obviously, your tyres to a good temperature. But having that space on track as well, it's priceless around Monaco. It's like landing a piece of prime real estate on the ocean's shore. So we might see a mixture here. I wouldn't be surprised to see drivers taking two warm-up laps though. Like I said, shortest track on the circuit, and you want to be able to push it when you're ready to. So we're going to sit on board with Koru, who will be the first driver to take the checkered flag, and we'll see if they do go for a flying lap. In Kick Sauber, let's check to see if they are a full-time driver or a part-time driver. Koru, they are a Kick Sauber, currently sitting in 18th place with 10 points, and they have decided to box, maybe not feeling the car quite as much as they would like to. So it's going to be Finley. Yep, it's going to be Finley now. So Finley is going for their lap. We'll sit on board with Finley in the Aston Martin. One of our top drivers, I believe, is Finley. Anyway, let's focus on the action. Applying that EOS up the hill. Nice line there. Through turns 2 and 3. Not connected too close to chicane. Keeping it out of the wall there, but running over the bump. That might have cost them a little bit of time. 18.25 for their first sector. Here being able to get that wheel around. Some good rotation there. A little bit of a clank against the wall, but nothing untoward. As he opens up his ERS down through the tunnel. Here's where you can make or break it. Too early, lose time too late, and you are getting that barrier or invalidating. Beautiful line there by Finley through the chicane. So we head up towards the end of sector 2. And that's definitely going to take some of his front wing off, or maybe not taking it off, but definitely gone yellow. Wow, these are some amazing lines as we run through to this last corner. Deployment early and to the line. And what is this going to be? It's going to be quick. 108.950. For some reason, I'm not getting the graphic because, yep, here we go. That would be why. JB coming in with a 112.3. Who's looking next? We've had Hugo come in with a 110.1. Verstappen is on a lap. 52.5 coming through sector 2. Very aggressive line there over that chicane. Just bounced over it. Very nice. Oh, we've got an Alpine in. Is that an Alpine? No, that's a Williams into the barrier. That's going to be a 110.7 from our second place. Lawrence has gone sixth now with a 111.3. And Kylo a 109.6. But Finley still leading the way. Josh is about to come through. Got that ERS open. And it's a 110 flat. Good enough for third. Lewis in the... Right, we've got Lewis coming through the tunnel now. Time's coming in thick and fast here, but not a single invalidation. I've not seen a single invalidation yet. Where is Lewis going to be in the Mercedes? A 52.7. That is a good second sector. But the Haas doing very well to keep out of the way there. I believe that's going to be Rublaski. Oh, a little bit of slide there coming through that last turn, but he's got the ERS open and he's coming down to the line. It's 111, 146, good enough for 9th as we stand. Johnny Carr coming through sector 2, through the tunnel. Nice line there by the Aston. Already 6 minutes down of quali, 12 to go here at the Principality. Oh, now that's definitely some wing on. Yep, he's lost his left end plate. And I don't think this is a fast lap, and he has invalidated. So, have we got anyone else on another lap? Oh, Lawrence is up on his time. He's 2/10 up nearly in sector 1. Let's see if he can continue with this improvement. Heading down towards the chicane, pivotal make or break. A beautiful line there. Really, driver's really hitting the apex there and gaining as much time as possible. Little bump there into the barrier, but I think he's up there. That was in the 52s. He's running low on fuel. Is he boxing or is he going for it? He is going for it. Opening up the wing. Down towards start, finish straight. Open up that rear wing very late, but he's 3/10 up at 1:11.002. Good enough currently for 8th place. So have we got Verstappen on a lap? Well, Verstappen is on another lap, and he's 4/10 up nearly through sector 2. It looks like he might have lost some time though. Can he improve? Yes, he can at 1:10.3. Josh is on a lap, but he is invalidated. So we've got Koru on an out lap, Griffin on an out lap. And they are within seconds of each other. So we're going to sit on board with Griffin, who will be the next driver to potentially set a fast lap. He has got a kick Sauber behind him. That's Koru. Koru's going to want to back up a little bit. Finley has retired. Finley has put it in the barrier in sector 2 and has retired out of this qualifying. He has got 7/10 up on second, but could that be an omen for the race as Griffin? Nice line there through turn 1. Could have maybe helped the apex a bit more as we come up towards turns 2 and 3. Can he get the line right? Yes, he can. Moves across from the bump, and it's an 18.8. What about Koru? Oh, we missed his time, not to worry. So 18.888 for Griffin. Koru not far behind. Coming through the tunnel, utilising that ERS to its full potential. Oh, and that is an invalidation by Griffin. Cut it just a little bit too much. It was a good line, but just a little bit too much. So Koru, what can he set? Catching that barrier. It's a 52.5 at the moment. Another slide into the barrier with the rear wheels. And as we come around the last corner, nice firm line there. ERS and DRS open. And it's going to be a 1:10.761. Good enough for 8th place at the moment. We've got Johnny on track and we've got Rubiaski on track. He is ahead, so we'll sit on board with him. That Emil in the chat predicted Hugo for the win. Well, Hugo at the moment is currently sitting in 4th in quali, only half a tenth behind 3rd, but there are some big gaps between 1st and 4th. So let's see. It might be an omen for Finley that he has retired in quali, but let's see. Robiaski opens up the ERS and DRS down towards the finish line. This is going to be on the 1:11s, 2:59. Good enough for 13th place. The midfield is really you literally half a second between 7th and 13th. This is brilliant. So we've got a few drivers on laps. It's Joe. Nice. Well, that's cool, Emil. It's always good to have your favourite drivers. I watch a league as well, and I have my favourite drivers in that league too. So yeah, whether they're front runners or, still improving, it's always good to have someone to cheer to. It makes the races so much more enjoyable to watch. So I think it's Joe on a lap. It feels like he is, assuming it's a he. My apologies if not, just by the spelling. So is Joe on improvement? 2/10 up nearly. Really nice lines here. No, I don't, Emil. I've just been brought in by Lawrence to do comms. I belong to another league with Lawrence where we're going to be racing together on Sundays. And that was, what was that from Joe? A 1:11.8, so an improvement of like 5 tenths. Nice lap there. We've got Jack on lap. He is down on sector 1. Ghost, let's start on board with Ghost. Currently sitting second in the championship. He's taking a bit of the wall there. Sorry, just had to rehydrate. And coming down towards the finish line. Is this going to be an improvement for Ghost? I think it is. Just misses that Aston Martin, but it is an improvement of 109.779. Some really fast lap times coming here. Kylo has invalidated. We've got Josh who's on a lap. He's currently just under a tenth down on his sector 1 time. Can he improve here through sector 2? What's got Verstappen on a lap? Is he on a lap? No, he's not. He's gearing up for one. Has 51.7. Wow. Can Josh put this together and potentially pip second for now? He needs to find a few tenths, but that was a purple second sector. And so close. So close. 1 to smashing into the back of a Haas and 2 to second. 109.708. Good enough for third at the moment. Verstappen is on lap. He is about 700ths down on his previous best. Let's see if he can improve it. He's utilised most of his battery already. If he's going to want to try and save some, it's all or nothing here. That is a lovely line there through the chicane as we head down towards the twisty section at the end of sector 2. No contact with the barriers. That is important. He gains so much time if you can keep it solid. And that's an invalidation when he was 4 tenths up. That would have put him in the sub 110 region without a doubt. Who else have we got now? Koru is out. Is Josh on another lap? He can't. No, he's not. Johnny is on lap. We're going to sit on board with Koru. I think he's going for another lap. Right, only 5 minutes left of quali here. Let's see how many. Oh, I thought I was getting a validation, but I don't think he was on the throttle enough for it to be gained an advantage. A little bit of slide there, but he's half a second up nearly on his time. The track evolution here really coming to light. Could he now pip his teammate Thomas? Thomas has also just started a lap, but we've also got the Aston Martin, I believe, of Johnny Carr, who's yet to set a time, but is on a lap. Let's see what he can produce. Koru does improve only by a tenth, unfortunately, but good enough to, well, it gives him a bigger hold on that position now. Johnny is back in the pits. He is having a horrible time with that car today. We've got JSS now. He just improved by 7 tenths of a second on his time to go up to 11th. And this battle between 10th and 15th, a quarter of a second, this is going to be tight. Thomas is not on a lap. He invalidated. So is JSS on a lap? It doesn't look like they're deploying. Let's see. Yes, they may well be. Let's sit on board with JSS. Also got, oh, Hugo's on a lap, and I know we've got a few people watching Hugo. So let's see, what can Hugo do in 5th currently. No wing damage from that little tap. Really sliding his car through the corners is absolutely beautiful to watch as he heads down towards the start finish line. Can he get it? It's 4th, a 109.736. Wow, so 2nd through 5th, separated by less than 2 tenths of a second. This is something. What about JSS? Can he improve? 3 tenths, 110.717, good enough for 9th. We've got Joe B has retired. I believe that's a pit lane retirement. Yes, it is. So I don't think Hugo's not on another lap. What about JSS? No, he won't be. So we've got Verstappen and Ghost both on outlaps. I think they could be worth watching. Who else? Lawrence Dake. Dake is just starting his lap. We'll sit on board with the driver. Beautifully push through turn 1 as we head up the hill. ERS full overtake. Thanks, Thomas. I'm doing my best. Just bear with me. Okay, thank you. I might just call him D. So where are we? We're coming through the tunnel. That's an invalidation. How about Lawrence? Lawrence is now in sector 2. We've also got a V-carb on track, but I believe that's going to be Jack on and out lap. So I'll sit on board with Lawrence. Just clipping that apex perfectly. And that's a 52 flat, 4 attempts up on their time. They could be pushing for 8th here. What can they put through in these last couple of turns? ERS open. DRS open. And it's going to be in a 110, 7, 7, 4. Tied for 11th place. Wow. Literally, that is so close. Okay. Griffin is on a lap. Can they set something in motion here? 52.4. So Griffin is going to set this lap. You're not going to have time for another one. So full steam down this DRS straight. ERS wide open as well. And it's a 110.711. 9th place. Was not expecting that, but he's put that lap together just when needed. So who else we got? Ghost, nope. Stappen, I don't think he's on a lap. Let's see, does he apply overtake? No, he's not. He's on a recharge. Thomas is on a lap, it looks like. Let's sit on board. Oh, the Kicksauber driver hitting the wall, but at 51.261, he's 7 tenths up here. He could be pushing second here. Can Thomas pull it out the bag in the last 20 seconds of qualifying? Second, a 109.162, and that's half a second quicker than Kylo, who's invalidated. They're not going to have time, so they're over. We've got Josh, who's currently sitting in 4th for 109.708, coming through sector 2. Hugo, I think, has just set a lap. Let's see as he comes around this corner if he's utilised. He is, so let's compare. We're going to put Josh 18.4, a 51.7 for Josh. He's only about half a tempo up. Can he find some more time in sector 3? He's got his teammate right behind. His teammate is on in a lap. So what can Josh do here? Is this going to be an improvement? Good enough for third? No, it's not, and it's not. So let's sit on board with Hugo, the only other driver maybe who can battle here. And it's a 51.2 through sector 2. 3 temps up. Can he push Thomas here? Can he get that second place? It's going to be close. ERS open, down towards the finish line. And Hugo, P3, a 1/5,000th of a second difference. Verstappen has invalidated. We've got Rybowski as well has invalidated. And that is qualifying, folks. So all 17 drivers have set our time. Finley will take pole position with a 108.950. Thomas second. Hugo just 5,000ths of second behind Thomas in third. And then it's Kylo, Josh, Ghost, Verstappen, Koru. I'm going to try and pronounce this now in the moment I've got. Right. Dakar in 9th, Griffin in 10th, JSS in 11th, and we'll round off the other 6 drivers when we get the grid. So guys, I hope you all are enjoying the stream so far. If you are, okay, cool. I'm going to struggle to say it like that in the race without double checking it every time, but I will do my best. So let's round off the bottom drive, the 11th through 17th drivers. JSS in 11th, Jacko in 12th, Lawrence 13th, Lewis 14th, Rubiaski in 15th, Johnny in 16th, and Joe will round off the grid in 17th for 111.806. That is still a very good time here around Monaco. So shortly we will Rubielaski. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated for your help with name pronunciation. So just now waiting in the pit lane. One of the few pit lanes where you can't actually see the grid. It's obviously on the other side. We've got a great view here of the back end of Sector 3. I'm going to be right back, guys. Just bear with me. Thank you so much, guys. I am back. Apologies, just had to listen to a message. What I do in the off season, so to speak. Actually, I'm going to have a drink of one of the teams. Oh, here we go. I'm going to wait. And it's 5 lights. And we are go here at Monaco. I've got a bit of a glitch on the MFD, so we're just going to now watch the race for a moment whilst it sorts itself out. Looks like Finley has gotten away well, as has Thomas. Hugo in third. Let's see if it's reached. Nope, we have got rights. Oh, there's a crash at the back. Who is that? Verstappen, 10-second penalty. Wow, it is carnage here at the back. And is this a full course safety car? No, it is a VSC. We are under VSC conditions right now. So, like I said, lobby is still glitching. I've not... There we go. Perfect. Now it is all sorted. So, wow, what a start. Jacko up 4 paces. Dakar up 2. Robiaski up 3. Joe up 4. The biggest loser being Verstappen, one of our title contenders. Still under VSC. And we can see the possible strategy here from AWS. Obviously mandatory to stop. Will purely depend on what the drivers have available to them. Jacko and Lawrence both on the softs. Koru, Finley and Verstappen all going hard. May Verstappen rue that decision. We're now with the damage that they have suffered. You see, still under VSC. We'll wait for the lights to go green, but this is lap 1 done of 39. And wow, we have got a lot of drivers taking advantage of that VSC to pit. How much of an advantage they're going to get now, we'll see. Koru being the last driver. Obviously, some drivers have also got penalties to serve. I think Verstappen got a 10-second penalty for his collision with Jacko. But focusing back on the front, it's a Red Bull 3-4. Hugo followed by Kylo. And a McLaren 5-6. Finley pulverising that ERS to keep Thomas at bay. Oh, wow. What a view here. So the gap right now, the kind of primo driver who's got like the Delta first, Dakar, who pitted 10 seconds or so behind Koru. We'll see if they can close that gap with the clean air. Koru also in clean air, so it really will come down to ability. But yep, Finley setting the fastest. Oh, as we will see the laps falling because obviously the longer people have spent off of VSC on that lap. So running up towards turn 3, Finley starting to widen that gap. It looks a little bit. Ghost really struggling to keep on the back of his train on those medium tyres. Will we see any moves down into the chicane after the tunnel? For me, kind of one of the best overtaking spots. There are a few others, but you really have got to have your balls out and be ready to be willing to risk it. Lewis has retired. That is a pit lane retirement from Lewis. He's had enough for today, so Lewis has gone into the pits and retired the way it should be done. That's good. That's good. So, okay. Following on with this battle, these top 5 starting to pull away from our second place in the championship. And Finley, Thomas taking the fastest lap there. So Thomas closing the gap slightly onto Finley there. We've got a decent battle shaping up for 10th as well. Joe Griffin. Oh, that's definitely going to be track limits for Joe there. And Robiaski. Both of them on the medium compound tyre now. They're going to want to try and get that move done so they can get down the field. The hards do take a little bit of time to warm up around this track. Okay. What else? Let's see. What can Griffin in the Mercedes do on those fresh start mediums? Not much battery. And Rubiaski is going to have to fuel save at some point. But it's really easy around here, especially VSE's safety cars. It's so easy. Oh, Rubiaski having a little look up the inside there, but definitely thinking better of it. Lawrence starting to close in on this battle. The clean air here is worth so much. And Dakar is not catching up to Coro as I would have expected. Coro falling back. I'm wondering if they've got damage in that kick Sauber. They're missing an end play. As is Dakar. Dakar only pitted 2 laps ago. They're going to have to manage that. I see why they're dropping back. Ghost, on the other hand, it looks like his teammate may have made a mistake and is dropping back. Finley now out of DRS range of Thomas. For now, we've got Aston Martin. That's got to bring out some sort of safety car. I would be stunned if it doesn't. Right now, it's just a Sector 2 caution. Wow, okay. So no, it has been cleared up and the Aston Martin of Johnny Carr is out on lap 5. We have got 2 drivers out already. 15 remains, so any driver that now finishes is guaranteed points as we play top 15 here. Wow, that was a lot of acceleration there into that chicane for Josh. Well done on holding it. I don't think I would have been able to. And he is trying to close down that pack. His teammates struggling to keep up with him. We've now got Jacko coming onto the back of Dakar. Does he have his whole wing? Let's see. The difference, just having a slight bit of damage to that wing. Rubliaski getting the first. I probably would assume it won't be the last of track limits in this circuit. It's so easy to just clip a curb too aggressively and bam, there's a track limit warning. So no damage on that V-carb. Will they be able to get the move done on Dakar and then start to progress towards Corey? That is the question. Oh, this is starting to shape up a bit. Joe running very wide there. Griffin is past. Oh, wow. Oh, and Griffin has gone into the wall. Griffin's gone into the wall, lost a place to both Joe and Rubiaski, and I definitely saw a part of his car fly off. That's going to have been an end plate. So now can Rubiaski get the move done? His car is still intact. What about Joe? Joe's good. What about Griffin? He is missing one end plate, which will greatly affect his downforce. Hugo starting to get onto the back of Thomas as well. Can these Red Bulls press that kick Sauber into a mistake? Is he ghosting? No, he's not. Okay. And Finley slowly starting to edge that gap, now up to 2 seconds on the kick Sauber. I want to re-look at that battle between Joe and Rubiaski. I think that's the best one on track at the moment. Lawrence has got past Griffin. Can Verstappen get the move done as well? I'm looking at the Scuderia. He's got his full wing. I would imagine he's going to get that move done sooner or later. Griffin, yep, into the pits and move complete for Verstappen up to 13th. So Griffin has retired as well, not enjoying this race, has decided to call it a day. Rubiaski right on the back. Is he going to go for it in the inside? No, he's not. But, oh, wow, what amazing lines there from Joe to hold off that attack but not put himself into a wall. Wow. That was ballsy there from Rubiaski. And all the time, Lawrence and Verstappen are going to be starting to close up to this again. Oh, wow. Thomas is having to defend heavily. He's lost 7 tenths to Finley in 1 lap. And another track limits for Cole. Is that 6 or 9 seconds? I'm wondering. 6 seconds, but that's 3 in 1 lap. The Kick Sauber driver really pushing that car, but racking up the penalties in the process. So I want to get back to this battle, though, for 5th. Josh has really started to come off. And his teammate Ghost right on his rear wing. Are we going to see a Papaya Rules instruction here? Oh, Ghost. Oh, he managed to save it, but got a little bit windy out of the hairpin. And that would have cost him a few tenths. Let's see, Hugo. I know a lot of people's like to drive it here. Oh, I heard a lock up there. That was a bit worrying. And that would be 9 seconds now for Koru. Oh, Hugo is early boxing. He is early boxing for the undercut. Wondering what's going to happen with Koru. Still continuing. No end place whatsoever. Wow. His car is going to be feeling it. Can Hugo get out ahead? No, he can't. He's going to have to be very careful with that Kick Sauber. But hopefully he can clear it quickly. He's come out into decent air. He's got only 1 car ahead of him for 12 seconds. Good. That was a good stop. Will the likes of Thomas, Kylo react? And that is the question. Wow, every time I look up, it looks like Finley is obliterating this. He's now 4.7 seconds up to Thomas, who has got no damage. Finley just seems to have the pace here. He's smashing it. I think, no, Thomas is really struggling on those mediums, maybe. I think, will he be considering the box? Obviously, we saw Hugo pit. He won't want the undercut. He's continuing. He is continuing. Kylo does pit. So can Ghost boxes for the undercuts on his teammates. And Hugo really struggling to get past that Kick Sauber, who is holding him up, doing some brilliant defending. He's going to get that move done down the DRS straights. Oh, that was so close to the disaster. But Hugo, yep, getting past his teammate, staying ahead of his teammate, sorry. But he cannot get past his Kick Sauber for love nor money. Oh, has he got the inside line there? Yes, he has. And around the outside is the other Red Bull tries to follow. He's been spun with a reset track. Has he got damage? No. Yes, he has. He's missing an end plate on the right hand side. He didn't want to lose ground to his teammate there, but such a shame. Maybe 1 lap later. Unlucky there for Kylo. Will they be able to manage it? That's the question. Ghost, 2.5 seconds behind. Can they start to close that gap now? Thomas now does hit the switch. Pits. Let's see. I don't think he's coming out ahead of Hugo. Question is he going to get held up by Koru and Kylo? We've got, let's sit on board with Thomas. He's coming out the pits. Where is he going to end up? He's going to be behind Hugo. So Hugo does pit, but Koru continues. Kylo continues. Ghost is now past Josh. The undercut working brilliantly. Now can Ghost push on and get closer to that damaged Red Bull? And Kicksauber. Kicksauber yet to pit. We are on lap 11 of 39 on the hard tyres. Actually, no. Did he do an early stop? No, he did not. Oh, a squeeze there, if I've ever seen one. That Kicksauber really struggling to keep his car on the limits. Now, the Red Bull driver to the inside, through the tunnel. He's got the outside line in chicane and seeds. He's going to be absolutely gutted. He's now just one lap and he's already 9 seconds behind his teammate. Koru is doing a Fernando Alonso at Hungary here. And he continues, oh my goodness. I'm wondering if Dak is going to be able to catch him up. Can the Red Bull get the move done around the outside? Yes. Finally, he will be absolutely relieved of that. But it's cost him 9 seconds in 2 laps. And Ghost gets past as well. Can he have a McLaren? Yep, all three of them in 2 corners. Done and dusted. Is Koru going to be pitting next lap? I wonder. We've got Jacko on the back of Dakar. How are the cars looking? I'm looking at Dakar's car for any... He is missing them plate. Jacko is not. We've got Verstappen in for... This is either his second stop or third. That is his second stop. So he's done his mandatories, but can he take those hards? 26 laps. That is the question. So we've got a decent battle here for 4th, and I'm not surprised there because Kylo has damage. If it's going to be manageable, we'll see. Oh, Koru has retired in the pits. Okay. Jess has retired too at what I call the bus stop chicane. But again, no safety car. That's surprising. Okay, so 17 started, 12 remain. We're 14 laps into this race. Finley, the only driver not to stop yet. Josh really starting to push that Red Bull. But they're keeping time with the guys ahead. About 10 seconds. And he goes to move to the inside of turn 1, but the Red Bull manages to hold off for now. The McLaren has got the speed out of turn 1 and the move done into turn 2. We've got Dakar taking their second stop. I imagine that's going to be onto hard. Yes, it is. Now Hugo. Thomas is keeping with him. I'll give him now. Both on the harder compound tyre. Oh yeah, I know they can. Yeah, I love Monaco, so I know they can go a good distance. But yeah, like you said, they feel horrible towards the end. So we'll see how these drivers manage it. Obviously, a lot also depends on tire wear and like your setups. So some people can set their cars up to manage the tire wear better. Wheel drivers compared to controller drivers. There's so many aspects that come into tire management. It's crazy. We'll see how Verstappen and Dakar feel if they go to the distance on their two stops. But that will all unfold in the next 24 laps. Right, so Thomas is starting to close it up onto the Red Bull, but as we know, catching up is one thing, overtaking quite the other. Finley's still yet to stop now. He's going to come out. I think he's going to come out behind this battle. And the thing is, track position here is worth so much. Let's see. This is going to be close. He might just about do it, I think. No, this is going to be close. He's not going to do it. Hugo's got him. Thomas has got him. And now on those mediums, he's going to have to push. Finley down to third. Okay, so it's now being about for first. Hugo up to first. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. So far, the only drivers still in the race for penalties are the two harsh drivers with 3 seconds. And Josh has got past, he got past Kylo on the other lap. So he's now, but Kylo keeping with him. And this gap staying steady to third, but third obviously being Finley now and not Thomas. And the Red Bull's looking up the inside. They brake late and avoids. What about that McLaren? Can Ghost get the move done here? No. Finley really getting on the back of Thomas now, but getting past, especially with another car right ahead, is not going to be easy. He's going to have to either force a mistake in a good, not in a bad way, like obviously making the driver slam it, but sticking those out like so. Can he get the move done here? This is going to be tight. Finley gets that move done. Wow. That was an amazing overtake. Now, can Finley get this move done on Hugo? Let's watch this. And we've got issue drivers coming up to Lawrence. Car ghosting, but will he get out of the way here for this battle? Yes, he does. And Finley around the outside, which will be the inside. There was a slight touch there, but nothing untoward. A lock up there by the Red Bull. Has that given damage to Finley's front wing? No, but he's now got this ghosting huss to deal with of Lawrence. Lawrence trying to unlap himself, it looks like. And obviously the good thing is he doesn't have to worry too much about passing them. He just has to get through them. But he only has a finite amount of time before he gets a penalty for ignoring blue flags. So it's get it done or get back. Of course, these drivers ahead of only one stopped. He's at least 2 stopped. And we'll probably be going the distance on these tyres. But Lauren's definitely giving the Haas team some good screen time right now with this battle. And he's managed to unlap himself. The Red Bull is in the barrier. Finley may well have gotten a better exit there. He's drained his battery. The Red Bull still with an intact front wing. Thomas still on board with all of this. Finley up the inside, which will become the outside into the chicane. They're bumping. Oh, was that legal? I'm not sure from Hugo, but Finley manages to get through and is up into first. Now, will he pull away? That is the question. A nice battle still shaping up here for fourth. Now, Ghost has dropped back a bit. Let's see if they've got damage. We've got a yellow flag. Rubliaski has retired in the chicane again as well. Thomas gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. I don't know what that was for, but he is going to be absolutely he has got no front wing. That's what that is going to be for. And he is going to be looking at he's going to have to get box and get that replaced. So the battle for first is on between Hugo and Finley, but Finley pulling away, and that is no surprise as he overlaps Joe in ninth. These two showing incredible pace here. So yeah, I wanted to check to see if Ghost has got damage because he's fallen off a bit. No, he hasn't. Okay. I will be right back, guys. I'm going to leave you with this battle. Thank you. So halfway through this race, 11 drivers remaining. And Ghost trying to keep on this battle. Hugo already 3 seconds behind Finley. And a 1:12.1. I mean, that's faster than some of the drivers' quali laps. Just incredible pace by the Aston Martin driver. Oh, Ghost has got damage to his right end plate. He doesn't have one. Oh, did Josh keep that out of the wall? That was an amazing slide, and yes, he did. So we run up the hill, round to turns 2 and 3. And very solid driving here from the Red Bull and the McLaren drivers, sitting up carrying 4 of the top 5 spaces. And Thomas will have done his last pit stop. He is going to be on the charge now. And he's about, 20 to 23 seconds behind this battle in a pit stop. 19 to 20 seconds. So, push time now for the Kick Sauber. And who knows, maybe he can come out battling for third. Oh, she had to unfortunately serve that 10-second penalty. Hugo's boxing. He's going to be going on to hards or mediums? Hards. He's going on to another set of hards. And those will definitely take him the distance. All catching the exit of the pit lane as he comes out. Thankfully, no damage to that Red Bull. And he comes out in fourth. Only a few seconds behind this battle, 4 seconds. But if I'm not wrong, all 3 drivers ahead of him still leading to Pep. Thomas, fast up, 1:12 flat. He is pushing. And that does not surprise me. He's quickly closing up to Josh. Has Josh just pitted? Josh has just pitted. So, yep, this is going to be... This is going to be an interesting fight now. We've got both of them on the hard tyres. This could be an interesting fight to the finish. Thomas has shown some amazing pace this race, but so has Josh. So we've got Hugo 15 seconds down the road to that battle. So as long as Hugo keeps it clean, I think it's fair to say he's on for a podium. Kylo really dropping back and boxing him. He is boxing as his Ghost. Will they get new front wings? The McLaren driver deciding not to. Kylo is doing so the McLaren will get the jump on Kylo. Will he come out? Where is he going to come out? I think he's going to come out in 6th. Yeah, he has to. But he's got enough space to Dakar. So this battle for 3rd is hotting up. Question being, can now home hug Hugo? Can he close the gap to Finley? Finley on freshish mediums, but with some amazing pace around this track. We'll do a comparison of laps. Next lap, obviously. But where is Finley at in terms of lap times at the moment? And he's still lapping in the 113s. We'll have a look at Josh, who is on fresh tyres, but nearly 40 seconds behind Finley. So let's wait to see. It's really been the only battle on track at the moment, so we'll focus on this. It does look like Lawrence is catching up to Joan, but he needs to catch him, pass him, and gain. I want to say 3 seconds. Yep, 3 seconds. Cool. With just 15 laps to go, doable. Okay, so it was a 1:13.3, 1:12.9, so they're slowly closing, but Finley's still to pit. And Hugo is losing time. Has he got any damage? I wonder. Doesn't look like it. No, he hasn't. We'll keep an eye on those times as the race continues to progress. But I'm imagining Finley will. That's what I'm looking for. Finley will be able to hold off and then box onto mediums to go the distance. We're now at that kind of time where the mediums will now go the distance. So, yeah. And I've just heard Hugo's a lot like me, bad at managing tyres. It's not just to do with tire pressures, it's also to do with the setup. You know, running an aggressive setup will make your tires wear quicker. So it's a shame, but if you can find that performance, sometimes it's worth running the more aggressive setup for your car. Josh starting to now pull away from Thomas. The penalty starting to come in, Hugo being one of them. Now, he had gained a couple of seconds that lap, so he's pushing. And that's a purple sector too, but he's now also got to find 3 seconds. I think he was waiting a couple of laps to see those hard tyres come in. But is he going to get out ahead of Finley? Because I don't think he's going to. It's going to be close. A 1:11.3. Wow. So Finley onto hard. Okay. He obviously went for the harder compound option. You obviously only get either 2 mediums, 1 hard for balanced, or 2 hards, 1 medium for harder. So Finley obviously choosing a harder compound, as well as a lot of drivers I think have done so today, because I've seen a lot of drivers running the 2 harder compounds. So yeah, so Finley now, with an on-track 2-second lead, but a 5-second lead because of Hugo's penalty. But Ghost and Kylo battling hard. Now, let's just... Ghost, yes, Kylo took the new front wing, and that's why Ghost was able to pip him. But now, Kylo right on the back of Ghost, and I would be surprised if we do not see an overtake in the next couple of laps by the Red Bull driver, who's going to have such better traction. Could he go for it here? Down into the chicane. He has a look, but decides against it. I think very smart. Still got 13 laps. He's going to be able to see on his MFD display of drivers what the gap is to the driver ahead of him and Ghost is, so Thomas, and know that he's about 7 seconds down the road. Sorry, 6 seconds down the road. So he's got the ERS open and the DRS. Can't get the move done just yet. Will he get it done up the hill? Not much battery. Ghost, wow, he is saving that battery for when he needs it. 81%. That is crazy. Or maybe because he's got a damaged car, he's a little bit afraid to use it. Oh, that was ballsy by the Red Bull driver. And that could have ended very badly. He's getting a bit desperate now. He wants to get past that McLaren. And this gap between Finley and Hugo. Let's see what is Finley about to say. I would not be surprised to see it in the 110s. What are we going to see here from our race leader? With 12 laps to go. 110.787 on hards. That is just phenomenal. Wow. Let's get back to... Oh, we've got a battle for 7th as well between Dakar and Jacko. Both of the drivers looking up slightly. Jacko having a little look up the outside, probably more so to distract Dakar ahead of him. Can he get the move done down the DRS straight? It's not very powerful, but with the amount of battery he's got, could be possible. Opens up his ERS as well, but I think he's already bailed out of that move. Yeah. So let's get back with Kylo and Ghost. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's Thomas. Has Thomas got damage? That's the question. It looks like, is he missing half of his front wing? No, but that's going to be like red. It is literally just one board. So I think Thomas is not going to be able to hold that. He's going to have to pit. But does that mean, can Kylo get a double switch done? There's no way Thomas is going to be able to continue driving that car. He will have to box, yeah. So, these guys now fighting for 4th. I think Thomas will still come out ahead of his battle between Dakar and Jacko. But that Red Bull right on the rear wing of this McLaren. Right, let's see. He does manage to get out ahead. What tire is he on? He's on the mediums. Okay, cool. There would have definitely been a warning there for crossing the line. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty. Oh, wow. This battle is heating up. Can the Ferrari driver hold off the V-Carb? We've got 11 laps to go, including this one. Finley now 10.5 seconds ahead of Hugo. Ghost doing an absolutely incredible job of holding off Kylo. I thought I saw a potential overtake there. But moving back to this, no. Okay. Literally flicking between the two, but Joe is starting to catch up on Verstappen. That gap was 2 seconds less than a lap ago. So could he be in for a chance to take 9th position from the Ferrari? Get back to this battle for 4th, though. Oh, that was a lock-up, and that is an end plate gone. Kylo is going to be even more determined now to get this move done. Because I'll say this, even though he's 20 seconds behind, That is not insurmountable. Fresh mediums against worn hards and no damage. Thomas has got a great opportunity here, and I still wouldn't put him out of the running to catch up to these guys. It's not going to be easy, but it's doable, in my opinion. These guys are handling the cars brilliantly, bearing in mind their damage. But we've got a lock up by the Ferrari as well. And look at that. He's already taken 2.5 seconds in less than a lap. Finley also getting 3 seconds of track limits, but I don't think it's going to affect him too much. 1:10.765. That is the fastest lap for Thomas. He is pushing. Like I said, watch this space. If Thomas can keep pushing like this and these two keep fighting the way they are, I would not be surprised to see Thomas catch up to this battle. We've still got, I mean, look at Dakar. He's lost over 3 seconds to Thomas this lap. So anything is possible in my eyes, anything. Where is our race leader though? That's the question. He is coming through sector 1 in turn 2. I don't think he'll catch Thomas. I do think he'll catch this battle. Can Finley overlap everyone up to 6th? That would be insane. Is that how you say it? Up to 6th? Because obviously I'm not including 6th. I'm not quite sure about that. But very late on the brakes there. Kylo's still sitting on the back of that McLaren. And we've got, it looks, I think Joe's made a mistake because he is now 9 seconds behind Verstappen. He was only a couple of seconds behind a couple of laps ago. So now he's got Lawrence closing in on him. And Lawrence has got the beauty of having an overlapping car with him. So can he just drive through if the Alpine driver gets out the way? Unbeknown to him that the driver behind him also has his opponent right next to him. I wonder, let's stay on board with this. That could be quite interesting to see how does the Alpine driver react to the blue flags. Does he get out the way? And if he does that give opportunity to the Haas of Lawrence? He does get out the way. Does he move back over? Yes, he does. Very smart driving there from the Alpine. And now this is a two-way battle for 10th place as well. Cool. So Kylo still, yep, no dice. But where is Thomas? Thomas is down to 13 seconds. He was 20. I want to compare lap times. Where are we at? So, I mean, sector 1, 20.055. Thomas, where is he going to come out? It's got to be in the 19s. So he's 7 tenths up already, and this is nowhere near his fastest one. So we're going to compare lap times at the end of the lap between these guys, but I do think these guys have got 5 laps now after this one, because I do think Finley will get them. He's gaining on them immensely. Joey B has picked up a penalty there for track limits. Lawrence has also got past him. That Alpine driver really struggling on those hard tyres. Let's have a look. How old are those tyres? They're 13 laps. So yeah, Lawrence on much fresher hards, but he's really struggling on them. So that McLaren's starting to pull away a little bit now. These two are going to have to get out of the way for the Aston Martin, and Jacko already has done. They will now continue their battle, I'm sure, until the end. 5 laps to go here at the end of this one. It's weird seeing these cars ghosted because obviously they're behind the leader, but they're the ones that we're focusing on. So, he's gone to the outside. Can Jacko get the move done? No, he can't. The Ferrari taking an amazing defensive line there to hold off, but he's coming back at him. Let's sit on board with this one. Thomas now only 10 seconds behind Kylo. Oh yeah, I said we were going to compare times, didn't we? Let's do that at this lap. But it is definitely doable here. Like, we were at 20 seconds only, what, 3 laps ago? So what is this lap time going to be? It's going to be like in the 115s? 115, let's say. 149.72 compared to, it's going to be like 112? 113, so the times are starting to come down. He is losing the drive there. 1.5, 5 laps to go. I mean, if they continue battling heavy, possible, but I think it might be all a bit too much. Only a couple of more laps needed. So refocusing on this battle, this kind of feels like the battle to me, because neither driver, oh, I stand corrected, the Ferrari has damage. The but the V-carb does not. And as I look up that inside, but once again, Dakar defending it very well as we head up the hill. Jacko is going to be getting so frustrated, stuck behind this skid earlier, but it's some great defending by him. Where is gap now down to 8 seconds between Kylo and Thomas. Don't think there's going to be a move here. He's not applying the overtake. Let's get back to this battle. Kylo and Ghost. Very wide there by Kylo. He's really struggling with that front wing now, I think. Has that McLaren got any end plates on it? Yeah, it does. One. Okay, cool. I mean, that's the thing. They've got damage on opposite sides, and that will affect the balance of a car. So how, like, for me, if you've got damage on the right-hand side, it makes turning the left-hand corners so much harder. Like, if I get, let's take Baku's castle section. If I get damage on my left-hand side, I'm still able to control my car through castle. On the right-hand side, I've got to pick some DNF in the next lap if I don't. But it's... Yeah, so here we've got Ghost with damage on the left and Kylo with damage on the right now. So Kylo is going to be struggling, one with the dirty air and the left-hand turns. So this turn here, I imagine, is going to more suit Kylo. Jacko got past perfect. Thank you, Emil. I did not see that. Thank you so much for updating me. Well done there to Jacko. An immense battle. And now, I mean, he's 37 seconds behind Thomas, but he's got that 7th, and I'm sure he's going to be absolutely elated. I'm wondering if Dakar made a mistake. He's still got 1 end plate, so that to me is saying he may have made a mistake, but not one that's caused him damage. And the moment I turn off the battle and the move gets done, typical. They say commentator's curse, maybe it's commentator's courtesy. The eyes are off me now, I can go for it. So, I mean, Jacka already 1.5 seconds ahead of Dakar. And Kylo just cannot get this move done. But Thomas is kind of grounded now at 7 seconds. So it's been an amazing effort. I mean, 13 seconds taken out of these guys after having pit is incredible driving. But I think his tyres are just giving up now. And we are on the penultimate lap. Finley coming through sector 2. I think we've not really had the opportunity to give Finley much airtime today because of how far ahead he's been. He has led from start to finish, apart from maybe 2 laps where he had to pit, where he pitted and got undercut. But this has been such a dominant drive from the Aston Martin driver. It's just incredible. Let's sit on board with him as he takes one last tour of the Principality to come home and claim that valuable win here in the APPF1 Racing League, Division 1. And who knows, maybe he can now start to make a move towards the top end of the table and get that championship. As he comes down to the chicane for the last time, clean, clinical, you wouldn't expect anything less. And just now, the last few corners for the Aston Martin, who is missing an end plate. He's doing this with a damaged front wing. I mean, this is just incredible pace and incredible timing. Takes the last corner, and he's going to head towards that finish line. SCI Finley takes the checkered flag here at Monaco. What a race by the Aston Martin driver. Let's now sit on board with Hugo as he comes towards the last couple of corners. Obviously, we've got the V-carb ahead of Jacko, who's been overlapped. So everyone up to 7th has been overlapped. Hugo elated with that victory. Josh is going to come home to take the last podium position. And will be quickly followed by Lawrence, who still wants to get that move done. Last lap. Let's have some fun with it. And that is 3rd for the McLaren. Ghost will hold off Kylo in the end. Ghost will take 4th. Kylo takes 5th. Thomas just 5.6 seconds behind these guys. And now we're just waiting on JB. Our last driver comes over in 11th. Will score valuable points for the Alpine team. And that is Monaco. What a race. I mean, I think the biggest stun for me was that we had a lap 1 VSC and that was it. I could not believe that. I was expecting at least 3 safety cars, including VSCs. So that was some incredible driving by our drivers, as well as some great action. You know, it was respectful, and you're more than welcome, Emil. It's been my absolute pleasure. I mean, you know, when you get to watch great racing like that and get to talk about it as well, sometimes it's better than racing in it for me. So I'm really glad you've enjoyed the commentary. Please do give me a subscribe if you are, or follow, sorry, if you are interested in any future content I may do. I'm sure I'll be having a chat with Ghost after this. So yeah, please do give my video a like and a follow. So yeah, it'd be much appreciated. As we see the podium celebrations, let's now run off again the standings. Thank you very much, Thomas. Much appreciated. Am I going to get... I don't think I'm going to get the screen. It's going to end very shortly, and it doesn't want to give it to me. So I'm not going to get the results. But that is Monaco here in the APPF1 Division 1 League. I have been Pete W. And guys, I hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, please remember to give a like and a follow for updates on any future streams that I do. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening. Take care.